AITA for telling my dad to cherish his other son because he's the only one he has left. Trigger warnings, favoritism, cancer, neglect. So I'm 17M and I'm graduating high school this year. My parents divorced when I was just shy of 2. Long time ago. Dad remarried, mom remarried, then divorced again, she's single. Dad had another son with his wife. His other son is 14. Throughout his life his other son has taken more importance, telling me I'm the older brother so I should be stronger and not make a big deal out of it. I was 9 years old standing looking out the window waiting for my dad to show up just for him to call my mom to yell at me that he can't make it because the other son has a dentist appointment and he's freaking out. It was literally just a checkup. Yeah, no, sure, understandable, let me just go F myself. Stupid things like that. He ditched my sport games for random reasons. Not even just because of my brother. He didn't come to my talent show when I was 15 because he didn't want to. That's it. Didn't want to. No plans, nothing he had to be at. Just didn't want to. I spent months learning guitar and a song to play for him since he loves guitar, he loves that song. Oh well, let me go F myself again. My parents don't have a good relationship but my mom doesn't keep him from me. I've heard their conversations. He just doesn't want to be there. Ick. At one point I asked my mom if he really was my dad and she said yes and asked why I'm saying things like that. I asked why does he hate me then? Emotional moment, but it passed. That happened just before my 17th birthday and since then I've just kind of stayed in my lane. If he reached out to me I'd say hi but I wouldn't ask him anything, I wouldn't hug him, if I saw him I wouldn't beg for time together. Kind of indifferent, I guess. Not saying he was never in my life but he was really only there for the moments that literally any other person would call him AD for if he wasn't there. Birthdays, short visits on Christmas, had surgery when I was younger, he was there for that. Anything else though, and he was busy like 70% of the time. Well, last week he told me he regretted being so absent in my life. He told me he had pre-planned a trip for him to drive me to college when I start. We would leave immediately following my graduation and we would just drive across the country. Info, not accepted to any college but I've spoken to the one I want to go to, which is in Washington, and it's basically guaranteed with my grades. I told him don't bother, he should spend the summer with his son. I do want to say that I've never said no when he's asked to hang out or talk on the phone. I always said yes even when I didn't want to, just to keep the peace and not cause issues. As far as I'm concerned though, I don't have a dad, I have a mother and a man who occasionally spares time for his other kid. He didn't like my reply and said I'm his son too. I laughed and asked since when. We kind of fought after that and didn't end on a good vibe. I told him I was planning on dropping contact when I turned 18 since he was probably going to do the same, so why bother keeping this relationship alive when he's never wanted to know me and I stopped wanting him to. He's been trying to reach out but I shut it down every time. He's dropped by but I don't see him. He calls me. I decline and he messages me. I ignore it. Yesterday ago I messaged him. Hi Dad, please stop trying to talk to me. I truly want no relationship with you. You never wanted one with me, so I don't see why you're acting so hurt by this. I don't know if you never gave a f about me because of your own hate for me, or your wife who never let me come over, I don't know, I don't care. I realized I do not have a dad a while ago and really accepted it recently. I'm not mad, I just don't care. Keep the same energy now that you've had the last decade and stay away from me. I hope your relationship with your son stays just as important to you because he's your only kid. Have a good life. Dad told my mom's mad at me and told me I should give him a chance because he's trying. Not wrong, I do feel kinda bad because I could tell when he was describing our trip he was excited. Oh well. I wanted my dad to be proud of my achievements and my grades, but instead I got a "good job" card from a drugstore and a "I'm proud of you" text. Really sincere. Mom's still trying to guilt trip me and I'm starting to feel like I should just do the trip then block his number when I'm at college. It's another year of faking smiles with him and I just don't want to do that. It would be easier though. Am I a dick for all this? Relevant comments. Commenter 1, NTA, if you had agreed to the trip the sibling would have been a last-minute addition so you two could get to know each other better. I'm betting Dad was hoping to blindsided you and it would be too late to back out. I would also ask your mom why she's defending this ass after all the hurt she's seen inflicted on you by his lack of caring. OP, she said she doesn't want me to regret anything later in life. I told her I won't, but she's still pushing. Commenter, you're not any kind of a-hole. In fact, you're giving your dad exactly what he wanted all along, a son he doesn't talk to much, who stands on his own 2 feet and doesn't expect much from his dad. That's what he created. If he wants something different, you both need to agree. It's not up to him to decide. You'll be a happy family now. Commenter, NTA, not even close. I would probably do the same thing. He was an absent, shit father. He doesn't get to decide to have a relationship with you now. You don't owe him anything. Protect your peace. Maybe someday, you'll choose to forgive, maybe not. But it's your choice, not his. Update. Hi, I wasn't going to make an update post, but more and more people kept asking for one, so to confront my mom on why she was pushing so hard, and I did. After a while she gave in and told me we should ask my dad over. 25 minutes later we're all sitting in my living room and they tell me my dad has cancer, he won't be getting through it, and he won't be here for my 21st, he won't be here for my college graduation, he won't be here for my wedding or when I have kids. It's different when someone won't be there but could be, as an absent parent is. Some of you suggested going no contact for a few years and reassessing later. Well, I can't do that. People told me to ask myself I'd miss him if he was gone, and I want a dad what to say who doesn't want a father in their life. Yes, I seemed indifferent in my post, and I really felt that way, but if he's not gonna be here, so I don't really get to take my time and go to therapy, which almost every single person suggested. If I only get to have a dad for a year, then I'm taking it. I'm going on a trip with him. They made it very clear there's a chance he won't be here, and if that happens he wants me to go with my mom. He'd planned for us to see the country, see where he grew up and make memories together, so I'd have something. I know people will be mad with what I'm doing, I'm sorry. Thank you for your advice and your personal stories to try and help me decide on what I should do. Is he just doing this now to clear his conscience? Probably. IDC, he won't get to see either of his kids grow up. I think that's enough punishment. Relevant comments. Commenter 1, you do realize that if he didn't have cancer he still would have chosen to be absent, though? That he isn't wanting to hang out with you because of love, it's because of guilt. This is still all about him. OP, yes, I'm aware, but I don't care. I'm not doing this for him to feel better about himself, I'm doing it so I can have memories with my dad. I don't get to wait years and work through my emotions to figure out if I want a relationship with him or not. It's already decided that I don't get one. Yes, I know if he wasn't dying he wouldn't be here. OP on giving his dad a chance. OP, I get a single chance to feel like I have a dad. I don't know if things will go back to how they were. I don't know if he will go back to his other son and drop me again, but I feel like I owe it to myself to try, and if it doesn't work out how I'm hoping, then F it, at least I gave it an honest effort. I'm not going into this with an open heart and a smile on my face, but I'm willing to be there and talk. Commenter 3, it's completely alright that you've changed your mind after learning about your dad's illness. Your decision is a personal one, and it sounds like you're making the choice that feels right for you given the circumstances. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for prioritizing your relationship with your dad during this difficult time.